upward.
It's been 11 years since we've had a new 2D mainline Mario game, and with the staleness of the new Super Mario series running rampant, we desperately needed a breath of fresh air, and luckily, Nintendo decided to provide us with something wonderful. My name is Andrew by Nintendude, and it is my absolute pleasure to review Super Mario Wonder on the Nintendo Switch. If it's your first time on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as it really helps the channel out, and be sure to hit that notification bell so that way you will never miss another review from me. Now on with the video. Super Mario Wonder is wonderful, no pun intended, at what it does. It's a game full of creativity and littered with new ideas and fun. This is the soft reboot that the 2D Mario series desperately needed for years, and Nintendo has finally stepped up to try something new with 2D Mario. The story starts out as you would expect. Mario and friends are visiting the Flower Kingdom, which is just a hop and a skip away from the Mushroom Kingdom. Bowser shows up as he typically does, but as an interesting plot twist, he decides to turn himself into an entire castle. Because why have Bowser's castle when you can just be the castle, am I right? All jokes aside, the story plays out pretty much like a normal Mario game. Speaking of Mario and friends, the playable roster is massive in this game, from classic characters like Mario and Luigi, to even newcomers to 2D Mario being Daisy, and even fan favorites like Toadette and Peach. Even Yoshi is here with a variety of colors, and Nabbit for a more casual playstyle without having to worry about taking damage. With a playable cast of this many, there really is a character for everyone. Next, I'd like to talk about the new power-ups. There are a plethora of new power-ups, my favorite being the elephant, where Mario chomps on a gigantic elephant-looking fruit and straight up turns into a powerful elephant that is ready to smash any unfortunate Goomba that finds itself in its way. Another new ability is the bubble power-up that can easily trap enemies and be used as a way to gain another jump to get to high places. This is especially useful for purple coins or coins that are out of reach. There are many other power-ups, but I don't want to spoil too much, so let's get on with the best addition to the game, the Wonder Seeds. The Wonder Seeds are the most bizarre feature of this game because anything can happen at any time. You can be falling from the sky, turned into an inanimate object, or even have an entire band of piranha plants singing to you. The possibilities are truly endless, and every level, for the most part, has a different wonder effect, which makes each and every level a true joy to play through, and the replayability factor is so high when going through these levels. I was always excited to see just what kind of wonder effect would happen, and I was not disappointed. That's not the only new addition, however, because now we have a shiny new feature called Badges. A group of unlockable effects that you can choose to take into each level. Safety Bounce will save you from a pit, swampy area, or fire in a pinch. Dolphin Kick allows you to swim better than ever before, with a burst of speed that can break through obstacles and sometimes hit enemies. And Parachute Cap will let you glide in mid-air, making getting through levels a breeze. There are so many types of badges that can be equipped, and they all give out super helpful abilities, so I highly recommend giving each one of them a try. Now, it goes without saying, as wonderful, no pun intended, as a game this is, it does come with its flaws, particularly the boss battles. Now, on paper, Bowser Jr. being a boss sounds like a good time, but when you fight the same boss 4 times with slightly varying gimmicks, it becomes tedious and predictable. It was obvious that the game's developers truly focused more on the levels this time than the bosses, which the levels, don't get me wrong, are amazing, but it was a bummer that they couldn't implement much of the wonder effects into the boss battles, before the final boss of course. Let's now jump into the multiplayer aspect of the game, and I'm happy to announce it's pretty dang good. No more are the days of playing with a sibling or significant other, jumping on top of each other's heads, or if you were that kind of player, picking up your partner and throwing them off a ledge or into an enemy. I was that kind of player. Online play was another feature added, and it's pretty cool. In a nutshell, you're placed with ghosts of other players around the world, and they are super helpful because not only can they revive you if you get close enough to them, they can also place standees which basically act as cardboard cutouts of whichever character you're playing, and can also revive players without their ghosts being physically present, which is super helpful, especially for those harder levels. Let's talk about our best friends, the talking flowers, next. When going through levels, you may have noticed some particularly colorful flowers that say some witty, humorous, or even helpful dialogue when passing by them. I can't even tell you how much this was a needed feature in order to help freshen the 2D Mario formula with something completely new. These little guys are such a joy to be around, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm always going around trying to find all of them and see what they have to say, because their dialogue sometimes is straight up hilarious, and they truly make you feel less lonely when playing by yourself, going through the levels, and I hope Nintendo decides to keep going with these little guys in the future.
I wouldn't hang out here if I were you. I warned ya.
This is the first voice-acted Mario game without Charles Martinet since Super Mario 64, and Mario and Luigi's voices have now been replaced with Kevin Afghani, and I've gotta say, he's been doing a phenomenal job with voicing Mario and Luigi. I remember when the first trailer for this game came out, people were already catching on to Mario not sounding like Charles, and they were right. As much as I miss Charles and all the work and amazing things he has done for us up to this point, I really think Kevin has put his all into voicing these characters to live up to the legacy that Charles created, and I'm super excited to see what's in store for him for the Mario franchise in the future. Super Mario Wonder is truly the 2D Mario game we have all been waiting for, and I wonder, no pun intended, how Nintendo is going to treat the 2D Mario franchise going forward, and I hope they keep going with this direction. Super Mario Wonder gets a wonderful, pun intended, 9 out of 10 from me. For more reviews, keep it here, and I'll see everyone in the next one.